Hey everybody, this is episode 1 of Steve's Convos, and I'm Stevenator546, member of the Blue Clan, and this is going to be on the BrawlCast channel. And today, episode 1 is going to be covering how to get better in Brawlhalla and how to rank up in general. So, just a little intro real quick. I thought this series would be really fun to do because I like unscripted stuff. I feel like it allows more personality to come through, which is what this is, unscripted. And overall, people add me all the time. People add me generally daily, and they ask me for training, they ask me for tips, and generally I have to turn them down because I have way too many people, and I don't want to get myself too overloaded with people. And so I feel like this is a good way for me to apply to a lot of an audience, a lot more of an audience, and a wide spread of people rather than doing personal training and stuff like that. So let's get started. So a lot of people in Brawlhalla seem to have the issue of I'm plateauing at whatever your rank is. I see it a lot in Platinum or Gold, trying to get into Platinum. They just plateau as far as elo goes. They don't feel like they're getting any better, and so forth. So starting from the very bottom, when you first start the game, I'd honestly say the best way to learn is to watch guides. Part of the Creed, Raiden, all great people to watch guides for and just generally learn the game. And then, if you're the type of person who gets stuff out of spamming ranked, or not that gets stuff, but if you're the type of person that likes spamming ranked is 100% fine to learn how to play better, and just overall, because you'll get better at your guaranteed true combos, you'll get more fluent with them, and spamming ranked is not a bad strategy. That's what I did. I had something like 3,000 games, I think, at the end of the first season, or before the rank reset, if you will. And I think spamming ranked is fine. I did it all the way from, I started in bronze, and then I did it all the way up to until diamond. So if that's your type of thing, spamming ranked is just fine. It helps you get better. Also, what you can do is you can find a friend, you can find a training partner off one of the many useful websites, and just grind customs with them. That's more useful at high ranks, like when you get to diamond. If there are any diamond or high platinum players out there watching this video, it's generally not as good to just spam ranked because you need to do customs and focus on very specific things. Like if you want to practice on your dodging, if you have a certain habit that you want to try to break, if you want to work on your spear combos, your hammer combos, your throw combos, stuff like that, customs are great, and you can sort of give more attention, since I know to a lot of people elo matters a lot to them, and they don't want to lose it, so they won't be as likely to be willing to focus on things like that. But for the lower ranks, customs are fine as well. I recommend if you get with a friend and just keep sharing secrets. You may know of Uzi Moose. He was my friend in real life, and so we started playing the game together, and we faced both in ranked and in customs all the time, learned a lot from each other, played in tournament multiple times, and it was a good learning experience because it provided motivation, because obviously who doesn't want to be better than their friend, and it was good. So at low levels, high levels not as much spamming ranked, more customs, but at lower levels spamming ranked is just fine. Now I'm going to cover if you find yourself stuck in an elo, if you're stuck in silver, if you're stuck in bronze, even in tin, maybe in platinum, plateauing like I was talking about earlier. One thing that you might want to do is you might want to try to observe top players, find a recent tournament VOD, or just search out tournaments and watch them live, see what Twitch chat thinks, even though Twitch chat isn't always the most resourceful source of information. Just see what Twitch chat thinks, watch top level players, watch how they do it, watch how they approach, watch how they dodge, and you gotta pick a playstyle and really learn the ins and outs, the everything of that playstyle. Because if you're always switching playstyles and characters and all of that, then it's pointless, because you're trying to learn and then you throw away basically everything you've learned in exchange for another thing just because you think what you've learned isn't working for you. You need to stick with it and really just go for training. And again, at those higher levels, practice is good, but you really gotta focus on something specific to practice on. And I know it may seem self-explanatory, but often you don't. You just go on what I call autopilot, where you're playing and you think you're like actually focused into the game, but you're not actually focused. You're just sort of playing with muscle memory, maybe a little bit of thoughtfulness, but aside from that, you're not thinking about what options you're doing. You're not thinking about why you're winning or losing, or what the other enemy is doing. You're not trying to read them, nothing like that. And when you get to a tournament, if you're still playing on that autopilot, you're going to get knocked out really quick, and it's not good. But I think for Steve's Convos, I've been rambling on a bit, but that's exactly what this series is designed to do, hopefully. And I think that's pretty much all I have to cover. This episode was sort of a more general starting topic, and a more general starting topic. I might go into things in the future. You should suggest what you want to see in the future, like if it's something like, why is Satori OP at lower levels, but not like considered as OP in the higher levels, or why is a certain character this good, or why is a map banned, or why should the map be unbanned, or stuff like that. Just make your suggestion in the comments below, and since this is the first episode, obviously I'd like some feedback. And yeah, see you guys on next Steve Convo.